Hi, this is your coaching colleague, Dr. Brenda Bowers from Vessels of Honor Church, where I am one of the two founders, along with my husband, Apostle Bill Bowers, and from A Word for You Inc., where I am the founder, president, and CEO. Please make sure that you are clicking like, share, and subscribe, not only on this platform, but on our Facebook pages and our YouTube, Twitter, we have Zoom links. Just make sure that you're staying connected with us because it is our goal to make sure that we are giving pertinent information in an age and time in this 21st century when there are so many questions that transparency is forcing us to answer. We're doing that from a Christian platform as well as a social platform. So please make sure to find out more about us. But today I'm here just to give a high level clarification of understanding from Lent to Passion or Passion Week or Easter, trying to get that understanding that can give you the comfort of knowing why you're doing what you're doing on these dates. So let's just get started. And I try to make these under 5 minutes where possible. But that Good Friday, that's going to be a little harder, and Resurrection Sunday a little harder. But let's see what we can do today. So I start by saying Lent is more than cotton balls sticking to your clothes. And we know that's a different kind of Lent, but I'd like bringing some humor into what we share. Lent is a 6 week or 40-day, minus the Sundays, it's 46 days when you include the Sundays, is this period that represents springtime. It precedes, that's actually what the word means. It precedes Easter, and its time frame is based on the period that Jesus spent in the desert fasting while being tempted by Satan. When I say the time period, I'm talking about the time period of Lent. It's a time of reflection, penitence, repentance, and abstinence while preparing for Passion Week and Resurrection Sunday, which we call Easter. Traditionally, meat is not eaten on Fridays during this Lenten period. This excludes, however, fish. So many eat fish as their protein every Friday from Ash Wednesday, which I'm going to define soon, through Holy Saturday or Easter, hence the famous Friday fish fries. Whether they're at churches or at restaurants, fish fries on Friday really became popular because of the Lenten season. But food is not the only abstaining that many engage in. It can be no alcoholic beverages. It can be no chocolate. It can be no sweets. It can be no social media, no movies, no video games, anything that would put a barrier between one's ability to reflect, to be repentance, to pay penance, and to really focus towards the cross and the work that Christ did. Anything that would get in the way of that would be considered worthy of abstaining from during the Lenten period. Many use this time to give rise to social injustices and to raise awarenesses on important community issues such as domestic violence, sex trafficking, things that are very important, and a time when people are focused anyway on giving up, then it is also a great time or that fertile ground for people to think about things that are important beyond themselves. So here's the sticky part of the facts. Ash Wednesday, the actual precursor to Lent, is the traditionally somber time when ashes are placed on the foreheads of believers, symbolizing that we've come from ashes, and in death to ashes we will return. The ashes in the purest sense are actually made from the palm branches used during the previous year's Palm Sunday. Ashes can, however, be purchased from religious stores and even ordered online from places like Amazon and our 21st century experience. Now, Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras, which often gets United States, Louisiana credit, it is considered the last day before Lent begins. It's the Tuesday right before Ash Wednesday. So when is Fat Tuesday? It's the day right before Ash Wednesday because Ash Wednesday is when you give up. So Fat Tuesday then is when you indulge before having to abstain. So it's the last day to indulge, and many people do. And because of that, we can look at some social metrics and statistics to see some of the things that happen on Fat Tuesday versus Ash Wednesday. That's a different study. I am a scientist and a philosopher by trade, so I get excited about those kinds of things. But staying focused on our Christian education and hopefully just some social awareness. Mardi Gras originated among the French and from a medieval Latin phrase that means taking away the meat. So that's actually where Mardi Gras comes from. And during Lent, many people abstain from any meals that contain any animal products and contain any yeast or leaven. They will not eat anything with yeast or leaven, nothing with animal products, really getting to that more purist side of the Lenten celebration, recognition, time period of engagement. A lot of people go on, it's similar to New Year's when people make resolutions. During Lent, it's often a time of exercise, healthy living. So you'll see a great influx around the promotion of health products. That is by design. It's a great marketing focus because people want to do better during this time because they want to associate closer to what Christ did during this time. According to Christian tradition, Easter is celebrated on the first Sunday following the full moon that occurs on or just after the spring equinox. I missed a couple of things that I wanted to make sure to touch base on because Lent always starts exactly 46 days before Easter, or what we call Resurrection Sunday. So it's very important to know that Lent always starts exactly 46 days before Easter, and its dates, the date that Ash Wednesday and Fat Tuesday are, depend on the Sunday of Easter, which is a floating holiday in the United States. Now, according to Christian tradition, Easter is celebrated on the first Sunday following the full moon that occurs on or just after the spring equinox. I love sharing that fact because there are many Christians that say, well, you don't look at the stars and the moon, that's astronomy. And the truth is, our Christian holidays are based on what happens within the ast- with the I want to say the science field and with astronomy and um, with meteorology. That's the word I was looking for. So, according to Christian tradition, Easter is celebrated on the first Sunday following the full moon that occurs on or just after the spring equinox. That's why I said those are the sticky facts. But here on the second to last slide I have for you in this high level teaching is what is the equality of the equinox? What is that? Equinox means equal night, and it's when the length of day and night are almost equal around the entire world. And that actually happens twice a year. So there's an autumn equinox and a spring equinox. So there are two equinoxes a year, which mean that around the world, regardless of time zone, the number of hours in a day and the number of daylight and then the number of hours of night are almost equal around the world. Christian church calendars state that the spring equinox always falls on March 21st. However, the spring equinox can occur on 3 days, March 19th, 20th, or 21st. And let me give you an incredibly interesting fact. In the entire 21st century, for the 100 years that represent the 21st century, due to time zone differences, there is no March 21st equinox ever during the entire century. The next time there will be a March 21st spring equinox is in the year 2101. And I tell you, if you write that down and share it with people, most won't know. So I gave you A fun fact that has made you smarter already. In 2021, however, we're not in 2101, we're in 2021. And in 2021, the first full moon after March 21st takes place on March 28th, which means that Easter in 2021 falls on the following Sunday, which is April 4th, 2021. So when we subtract 46 days from that day, we get the first day of Lent or Ash Wednesday, falling on Wednesday, February 17th, 2021, which lets us know Fat Tuesday was February 16th, 2021. So in 2021, Lent takes place from Wednesday, February 17th through Thursday, April 1st, 2021, placing Easter or Resurrection Sunday on April 4th, 2021. You have it up on the slide. I know it's a lot of information, but if you're subscribing and listening, I hope you're enjoying. Most calendars, along with most practices, will honor Lent until Saturday, April 3rd, or the day right before Easter or Resurrection Sunday, even though it would technically end on April 1st. Typically on that Thursday prior to, but typically people follow the Lent tradition all the way up until Saturday, which gives that one extra Friday of fish fries in there that wouldn't be there if people stopped on the Thursday. The season of sorrow, Lenten, ends with the sunshine of spring. That is the equality of the equinox. So now, because I am taking up more time than I told you I would, let's do this last slide. So let's point to what really matters. Of everything that I've said for 2021, if you want the key dates that have been covered in this high level overview, and if you want to go back and look at the slides and get some of that detailed information, that trivia, that fun fact, here are the key things to extract. Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras, Tuesday, February 16th, 2021. Ash Wednesday, Wednesday, February 17th, which then started the season of Lent. The first day of spring, Saturday, March 20th, because of the spring equinox. And there won't be a March 21st equinox or first day of spring until, not in this century at all, until 2101. Palm Sunday then falls on March 28th, and Easter Resurrection on Sunday, April 4th. Those are the points that matter if you're looking at 2021 and want to make sure you're getting the dates straight. But if you want to know about the quality of the equinox, or if you want to know about the sticky facts, or if you want to make sure that Lent is more than just that debris, that those cotton balls that stick to your clothes, then I hope you'll go back and review this more than one time. It's been my pleasure, and we're going to stay in touch. This is your coach, colleague, and friend, Dr. Brenda Bowers of Vessels of Honor and A Word for You, where we believe that if we change our words, we can change our world by making choices by the second. Until soon, love and peace.